Here's a little secret. Not all home builders in the Austin suburbs are created equal. Some will give you a home you can't wait to invite people over to, and others, well, let's just say they'll leave you on a first name basis with the warranty department. I've bought from these builders myself, one for an investment property, one for my personal home. I've also walked clients through these neighborhoods, sat in sales offices, and seen the good, the bad, and the drywall tape popping off the ceiling. Today I'm ranking the builders you actually run into in the Austin suburbs, from the unicorns at the top to the ones you should approach with caution. Before we get into it, here's how my ranking works. And no, this isn't your old high school grading scale. Top tier is the unicorns, builders so rare and consistent that you almost can't believe they exist. Next tier is solid choices. Not perfect, but I'd feel good recommending them. Third tier is fine, whatever. They build houses, some people love them, some people don't. Think of it like the middle shelf at the liquor store. It'll do the job, but you're not bragging. Bottom tier is proceed with caution. You can buy from them, but keep your inspector, your patience, and maybe a stress ball handy. Top tier, the unicorns. Let's start at the top because yes, there actually are a few builders in Austin that consistently get it right. First up, Taylor Morrison. For 9 years in a row, they've been named America's most trusted builder. That's a long streak, even longer than some celebrity marriages. They strike a nice balance between value and quality. Are they flawless? No builder is. You'll still see warranty issues pop up here and there, but compared to most, Taylor Morrison delivers consistency. If you're moving to Austin or one of its suburbs and you just want a builder you don't have to second guess every day, Taylor Morrison is an easy top tier pick. Next is Brohn Homes. This one's close to my heart because they're local, founded right here in Austin. They've won Developer of the Year, their customer service reviews are all strong, and they deliver a lot of home for the money. Compared to the national giants, Brohn feels more boutique, more personal. If you like the idea of supporting a local brand with a track record of quality, Brohn belongs in the unicorns. And then there's Felder. Award after award, tons of luxury and move-up designs, and a reputation for energy efficiency and customization. Now, full transparency, they're not always consistent. I've seen beautiful homes, and I've seen homes where I wonder if the framing crew left for lunch and just didn't come back. But overall, they're still a strong top-tier builder. If you want something that feels more custom without going full custom builder budget, Felder is worth a serious look. Now let's talk about the builders that aren't quite unicorns, but I'd still feel good recommending them as long as you go in with your eyes open. Perry has been around forever, and their reputation is solid in Texas. I love their 2-year workmanship warranty. That's rare at this price point. Their designs are usually sharp, curb appeal is strong, and many buyers are happy. But I've also seen the other side. We had a situation where a Perry home had faux windows so convincing, nobody realized they were fake until after closing. That's not the kind of surprise you want. So Perry is usually great, but make sure you're paying attention to the details. Highland Homes is another Texas favorite. Gorgeous floor plans, energy efficient, and plenty of awards to fill a trophy case. But the reviews tell a different story. I've heard everything from plumbing issues to drainage problems to warranty claims that drag on forever. So while Highland belongs in solid choices, I'd recommend being very involved during the build process. Think of it like owning a classic car. Looks great in the driveway, but you'll want a good mechanic on call. Now let's move into the middle ground. These builders are fine. They build houses. You might love yours, you might hate it, but you're rolling the dice a little bit more. Let's start with Brightland, which recently rebranded to DRB Homes after previously being Gehan. And yes, this is personal because my own home was built when they were still Gehan. The good news, my house works. I still live in it. And for us, it was the right fit. The bad news, I've heard plenty of stories from other buyers that weren't as positive. These constant name changes don't inspire confidence, and reviews are mixed at best. So while you can get a good product, you'll need to keep your eyes open here too. My advice, hire an independent inspector at every stage. Now, I will tell you, we didn't have a perfect experience with Gehan. There were a couple things that we had issues with. For example, whenever we were building, it took about 9 months. We bought in March of 2022, which, as some of you may remember, was the height of pricing here in Austin. And basically, every time that we came to walk the property at every stage, I would see tons of beer cans all over the job site. And then when the house was finished, we actually had issues with baseboards that were crooked. We paid extra to buy a frameless glass shower enclosure, and the door was installed sort of cockeyed. So there was about an eighth of an inch give. But I will say all of the issues that we had, Geehan did make it right, but just goes to show you a lot of times you have to really pay attention. KB is next. They win big points for affordability, customization, and energy efficiency, but nationally, they ranked dead last in consumer trust. If you want a highly personalized home and you're on a tight budget, KB can work. Just know you'll need to babysit the process. They're like the budget airline of home builders. Yes, you'll get to your destination, but don't expect free snacks and hope your luggage doesn't end up in the wrong place. And now the bottom tier. These are the builders you can buy from. I have myself, but you need to go in with realistic expectations. D.R. Horton is the biggest builder in America, and chances are you've driven past one of their neighborhoods. On the plus side, they're affordable everywhere, and they get people into homes who might not otherwise afford it. I even bought an investment property from them because the numbers made sense. But if you're looking for a dream home, that's not D.R. Horton's lane. I've seen roofing problems right here in Manor, warranty complaint, and workmanship that feels rushed. Bottom line, they're fine for investors or budget-driven buyers, but if you're looking for quality or long-term peace of mind, you'll want to look higher up the list. And finally, Lennar. They market their everything's included package, which sounds great in theory. In practice, not always. Here in Austin, Lennar faced lawsuits over major foundation issues at Bradshaw Crossing. That's not a small cosmetic problem. That's the kind of issue that haunts resale value. They're one of the biggest names in the country, but bigger doesn't mean better. Again, my advice, proceed with extreme caution. So here's the rundown. At the top, Taylor Morrison, Brohn, and Scott Felder. Solid choices, Perry and Highland. Middle ground, DRB and KB. And the ones to watch out for, D.R. Horton and Lennar. Every builder has to meet code, but that doesn't mean they're equal. The difference is in how they build and how they treat you after closing. Now, I will say that all the issues that I had with my investment property that D.R. Horton built, again, their warranty department handled everything. So I do appreciate everything that they did for me with the issues that I had. So tell me, did I get this right? Or do you have a builder story that totally flips my rankings upside down? Drop it in the comments. I promise you're not the only one. And if you're looking at new construction in Manor, Pflugerville, Hutto, Georgetown, or Round Rock, let's hop on a Zoom call. Whether it's in 10 days or 10 months, I'll help you figure out which builders are worth your money and which ones you might want to think twice about.